Guys and girls, I must fucking love you all. It's fucking 30 degrees and it's fucking boiling. I'm already sweating just putting my gear on. Oh, anyways, let's talk about CBT, new beginners and that. I'm not gonna go full on depth on about the CBT. I've already got a CBT video on that. What should you do when you go for your CBT? You should save up for all of it. Your CBT, your bike, your insurance, your MOT, if needs bike repairs, tax. Get my drink still there, good. Good. What I would recommend you do is save up for the CBT. Once you get your CBT, you'll be able to afford the bike, insurance. If you let's say if you didn't do what I did, because it took me like 6 months to get my first ever bike. I won't recommend a sports style for your first for your beginner's bike. That is because a sports style bike, especially Jigsaw 125 what I'm on, is much more powerful than an actual beginner bike, which is a YBR naked 125s or a Hanway War 125 or Keyway V Cruise 125. Those bikes are definitely like beginner's bikes, so I won't really recommend a sports style. I'm not saying you can't do it, it's your choice, not mine, it's yours. Choose what you want to ride when you start off. If you want to do what I did, learn on an actual naked bike 125 YBR, go ahead, you can. They are really good bikes, especially beginner friendly. They are at least 10,000 watts, at least 8,000 RPM I think. I could be wrong. Just look it up, the difference between a YBR 125 and any type of sports style, either Honda CBR 125 or a YZF 125 or a Jigsaw 125. Just do your research on your bikes before you do your CBT. Once you got your CBT done and you go for your next bike, which should not be like 6 months, you should be fine. So let's assume you got your CBT. Where should you go for your first bike? Where you should really go? You can go to a private sale. It's basically where you go to someone's house, look at the bike and buy the bike. However, that can be dodgy times. I got lucky. It shouldn't really take you 6 months to save up for your first bike. Now, I would recommend you go with an actual dealership like Super Bike Factory or a motorbike dealership in St Helens or Wigan, wherever you are. An actual dealership, not private sale. You can, but if you're gonna do that, do it sensible and smart and be safe about it, because you can get the dodgy ones. So I would really mainly recommend go for a YBR, Hanway, or V Cruise 125s for your beginner's bike, and I would recommend you go to Super Bike Factory or any type of professional dealership like Suzuki dealership, Yamaha dealership. You get the point. There's so many. I hope Natasha's okay in this heat. I want to talk about my bike real quick. Do I regret buying the bike? Yes and no. The reason why I say that, because I regret getting this one from the dealership that I went with, because of the issues what they caused me. They claimed to have the logbook, but turns out they never had it in the first place, and made me think and wait for so long for it to come. Ended up needing to send off a V62, which is a brand new logbook. Got to nod him. He nodded first there. Brother. So yeah, I had to send off a V62 for this bike. In the meantime, before I had to send it off, I was waiting. That's a nice looking DAS, nice whims on it. But I also don't regret buying it, because it taught me a lot of things for this bike. It taught me how to change the oil on a different bike, change the air filter, how it handles. It also taught me how to change the chain and sprockets on the bike. Talking about that, I need chain, so I'm going to do that now. Natasha has learned me a lot since I ever bought her. Mainly is the stance between a non-sport style and a sport style, and it's taught me that even if it's a sports style 125 like mine, it's still aggressive fucking stance. Might not be full-on aggressive like a high CC, like an R1, Thunder Race or anything like that. Aggressive type of sports, but no, it's learned me a lot, this bike. Now, people say skip. Some riders will say to you, oh, don't go for your CBT, just go for your full DAS. I will never tell anyone to go and skip a CBT and get the full DAS. I will tell them to go through the fucking CBT, get your CBT done, ride a 125 for 2 years at least, and then go for your full DAS. Start from scratch. But yeah, this bike learned me a lot of stuff. Probably got me ready for a bigger bike. And I'm definitely going for a Gixxer 750. I won't recommend you skipping your CBT. I would recommend you to start fresh. Ride a 125 for 2 years at least, and then go for your CBT. Full license, sorry, not your CBT. And then get your full bike, your next bike. But yeah, I've fully decided to go for a Gixxer 750 when I get my full DAS. Figure it out that it's going to be early, either late this year, early next year, that I'm going to get my full license. Well, be able to pay for the full license. And then all I need to do then is save up for the next bike. Don't skip your CBT and go straight to full license. You can do that if you want to. I won't recommend it, because think of it this way: there's more crashes and accidents with people who skip the CBT, don't do it, and just go for the full license. Now, you can skip your CBT if you're really feeling confident, good about it. So if you want to skip it, but it's not really recommended. I won't say, once you get your next bike, I won't say go from a 125 to a 1000. I won't say that neither, because that's a bit stupid in my opinion. If you want to have a debate and a disagreement on the types of bikes you should start on as a beginner, then please do in the comments. I'm interested if you think a sports bike is a beginner's bike. I'm really interested in why you think that. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I will see you in the next